Was good with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Evans too far, you feel me? Back at it with another video. And today, I just want to talk to you guys about just relationships and how I've learned to deal with certain things that I don't like in relationships and how to overcome struggles in relationships, not just romantically, but friendships, business, and professionally, you know. So first off, I just want to talk about how I'm not a perfect person and I'm still trying to improve on these things every single day. And I just want y'all to have that same type of mindset of you're not perfect. You don't have to apply everything I'm going to say the next day or the day after, but you want to be working every single day, like at least trying to be 1% better every single day. That's what I try to keep in my head. Is just I just want to be a little better every single day and open my mind a little more every single day to things that I wouldn't normally. But what I wanted to talk about is struggles in relationships. And first, I want to talk about friendships. Because friendships, we could lean on friendships, we could rely on friendships. And for a lot of us, friendships are one of our top relationships, you know, other than your partner. And so, what I want to talk about is just how communication in a friendship it could lead to a lot of misunderstandings and a lot of shortcomings and just in general like I just feel like if you at the end of the day a relationship is a two-way street. If one person's putting in all the energy and the other person not putting in any energy, it's not going to work. That's just how it is because the relationship is one-sided unless the person they have some type of toxic attachment to where they just feel like if they keep giving and giving and giving and giving that the other person they'll eventually want to meet them, but majority of the time that's not the case. And you just need to understand your value in a relationship and understand that you don't owe anyone anything at the end of the day. No matter it's your mom, your dad, anyone. You don't owe anyone anything if they continuously disrespect you or just show a lack of effort in a relationship. And I just feel like a lot of people they feel like they feel some type of obligation or they feel like, oh, I have to be nice, I have to play nice. No one's telling you to be nice. You instill that into your own head that you have to be nice, that you have to act a certain way, which you know is cool. Some people are gonna be like that, you know, and maybe after years or months of putting in all that effort, it'll finally pay off for a short term outcome. But in the long run, all you're doing is just hurting yourself when you could have been investing that time emotionally and mentally and physically into doing something that could have amounted to something way more and something that you would have been proud of at the end of that 6 months or that 1 year or 2 years that you would have been trying to still be friends with this person or trying to get with this person. But I'm gonna stay on the topic of friendships first. And I mean, relationships are relationships. What I'm saying about friendships could apply to professionalism, could apply to your partner or to your mom. And I just feel like people need to stop feeling like they're obligated to something or that they owe people something. And as much as I hate to say it, be selfish. Especially while we're young too. I'm only 20 and I feel like a lot of people they just want to hold on to those high school friendships and to those friends from elementary school, which you know which is cool, but if you're going a different route and they're going a different route, I mean it's cool to be, you know, check in on each other a couple few months, but to be, you know, just focused in on this person and their life and put your life almost second to watching their life, it's weird. It doesn't make no sense to me. And that's something I had to learn myself is that these people who are your friends now, they're not going to be your friends forever. And they're not going to be there forever. And they're not going to be there when you're at your lowest point and you're crying or you're having a breakdown or your car breaks down on the side of the road and you don't know how to change a tire, or if you run out of gas or something, they're not going to be there. And you're going to have to realize, like, yeah, I'm really alone in this shit. Like, no one's here to save me. And you have to save yourself. You have to save yourself from your relationship. You have to save yourself from the situation. And I just feel like a lot of people, they forgive too much, because I understand that, like, people make mistakes, no one's perfect. But if you bring someone into your life, or God brings someone into your life, and they continuously do you wrong and you take them back, and do you wrong and they take them back, you're the fool. And they're going to look at you as a fool, because they know that they could get anything they want from you. But the minute you're like, okay, pause. I'm putting in all the effort. You're just getting the fruits of my labor. You're not putting in any work. And take a step back and be like, well, I think, I need more time for myself, or I need to spend time with more people who put that same energy into me and put that same effort and time. And because no one has unlimited time, everyone has their own business, everyone has their own life. But when someone is reciprocating the same energy, it, you feel it. We're humans, we feel things. And if you feel like at any point, like, man, like, this person, they're not really dead that shit, while we're still young. Like I said, I'm only 20. And for a lot of people, they haven't even realized this yet, which is unfortunate. But it's the reality of it. That social media, they make everyone so hyper connected that they feel like they always gotta be involved somehow. When you don't, you can just be on the sideline. I'm not saying being a cheerleader, but still supporting, still showing love. Even though you know that you went on a different path and they went on a different path. Because it's important to have people in your life that are going to motivate you to keep moving forward and to not being complacent and not settling for what you already have around you and where you're going in life. They're going to be like, nah, bro, like, you're doing that little shit, bro. Like, you could be doing way bigger shit. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that they're going to be like, oh, you did that shit, like, it's ass. But people who just want more for you, and you should want more for yourself. Because if they're like, oh, I'm doing this big shit, you shouldn't feel some type of jealousy. You should be like, oh, I need to be on that type of shit. I need to, you know what I'm saying, open my mind more. What am I doing that I could do better? And if you ask them, I'm pretty sure they're really your friend. They'll give you the sauce. They'll help you out. You know what I mean? But if it's just one of those friends who just ask and ask and ask, and then you give it to them, and then they don't really do nothing with it, like, you got to cut those people out. You need people around you who are going to take action and not just ask for advice and just hear it and be like, oh, well, I'll do it next week. I'll do it the week after. No, fuck that. But moving on to, like, relationships. I want to talk about how in a relationship, things could become very toxic quick. Because I'm not saying don't spend all your time with your partner, but know when to make free time for yourself. Know when to be like, okay, we had fun today, but tomorrow I'm going to need some time for myself. And if your partner doesn't respect that, then that's not your partner. They're like, oh, I can't be without you. Da, da, da. They got issues they got to deal with. They got some type of clinginess, some type of anxiety that they're dealing with. That you need to be like, hey, I know you feel like me going on this run or me going to the gym is me being away from you for too long, but I gotta still pour into myself if I want to build each other up. Because a relationship should be about building each other up, whether it's friendship, relationship, or even with your parents. Your parents, they put money into your account, they're blessing you. You should just keep going up, not going down. I mean, everyone has their ups and their downs, but for the most part, you should be going up. And I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people, they just get caught up in the now. And which is cool, it's awesome to be present and to be able to digest everything that's going around you and being observant and being present. But you also have to think about the long term. Like, is this really beneficial to what I want to do in the future? Is this person going to help me get to where I want to be? Are they going to motivate me to be a better person every day? Are they going to show up for me when no one else will? Are they going to be there when I got no money in my account? Or I just dropped out of school and I don't know what the fuck to do. Are they going to be there for you to help lift you up? Because all the temporary stuff is cool, all the sex, all the kisses, all the cuddles, the hangouts, it's all cool, but at the end of the day, if this person's not really having your best interest long-term wise, if they're not even thinking about long-term and just thinking about the moment, that's not your girl. I mean, maybe that's just how y'all are, and maybe y'all both are like that, and y'all are perfect for each other. But success-wise, you have to think long-term. You can only be present so much if you want to be successful. That's what I hate to say. But it's the truth. You can only be present so much if you want to be successful. And I'm not saying it because I've experienced it. Like I said, I'm still a working person every single day. I'm still trying to be 1% better every single day. And if they're not doing that and they're not seeing what you're trying to build, or not hearing you out for what you're trying to build, and they're kind of just complacent, break up with them. Because in the long run, they're going to be still doing the same shit with the same people in the same area while you built up this empire. Because they're thinking about the now. They're thinking about, oh, now I could do this. Now I could do that. Instead of thinking, when I do this, this is going to help me in the future. You know what I mean? You have to always, I don't want to say always think about the future, but at least 60% think about the future. And think about the repercussions of the addictions and the reliance and different extracurriculars, if you will, that you participate in. Because all that's taking away from your purpose. It's all taking time away from you. And we don't have a lot of time. We can get money back. We can get food back. We can get clothes back. But you can't get time back. Time is the one thing that we can't get back. And if you're putting all your, not all, but most of your energy into a relationship where they're not even trying to see a long-term gain, not gain, but a long-term improvement, a long-term slope increase, if you will. I don't know how to explain it, but y'all know what I mean. If they really, 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 really love you, they will want to see that increase. They'll be like, okay, well, he's starting like me. Like, he'll be like, oh, well, I'm starting on this rap shit right now. Like, she's like, oh, nah, stop doing that rap shit. Stop doing that shit. We could just go out and go to this concert and do this and do that. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to go out every once in a while. But for the most part, I really be locked in. And if my girl's going to be outside partying every week, that's not my girl. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the long term of being like, okay, if I put in the hours now, if I learn how to do this now, if I get better at this now, if I start being 1% better now, in the next 2-3 years, I'm going to be like 60% better, at least. At least. And she's just going to be doing the same shit with the same people. You see what I mean? So it's important to have people around you and be in a relationship where They just want to see you excel and see you do better. And this is the same for family. Is that like family always wants to guide you in the right direction for what they know is best for you and what they know could benefit you and what they see you doing. But at the end of the day, you had to, if you're a grown ass person, you have to be like, okay, let me take a step back. I'm gonna hear what you're saying. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna analyze it. I'm gonna digest it for all of the information you just gave me, all the advice you just gave me, the whole conversation we just had. I'm gonna listen to it. If I follow it, I follow it. If I don't, I don't. If I feel like it's a right decision, I'm gonna go through with it. But if I feel like you're just trying to steer me off of my path and make me feel like what my vision is not gonna work or it's lesser than what it is, then that's how you feel. But this is what I want, and this is how I'm gonna move accordingly because it's my life. You're not living. That's another thing. Family, they always want to tell you what the right thing to do is and be like, oh, well, you're not gonna make any money doing that. You're gonna be doing that for years. You're not gonna be able to get a job in that career and this, that, and the third. Fuck that, man. If you really love whatever you're doing, you can make a job with that. You can find a job with that. You can make money from it. Anyway, we're in 2023 when it's probably the easiest for people to make money. You got people fucking on TikTok being like, thank you for the roses, making thousands a day. Not even in a whole day's work. 6 hours of work, 8 hours of work. They still got the whole, that's what some people make in a month. In a day. So I'm just saying, like, if you really love what you're doing, you can find a way to make money from it, regardless of what your family tells you you can or can't do. If you really are going to ride for what you're doing, it'll all come with the time that you put into it. Because you could listen all you want to their advice, but at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your decision to make. You have to know what's best for you. And if you fail and you find out that they're right, it is what it is. You learned, and that's what it is. It's life. You have to fall to get back up. And I don't know, guys. I've been dealing with a lot of shit too. When people not believing in what I see for myself could work. And I don't know. I just think that it's hard nowadays too to find people who really have their own like self-interest and understand that that's your interest. Like, here's me, like I love all my friends that I keep around me. As few as them there are, I love all of y'all. Because me, I could be good at making beats or rapping or, I don't know, giving fucking advice. I don't know. And my friend, he'll be the best at washing cars. And I'll fuck with him because he knows that he can't do what I do, but he respects me because he knows he's seen the hours get put in. He knows that. He's like, man, he's the best at washing. He's like, man, he's the best at giving people advice. He's the best at rapping, or he's the best at making beats. Man, I could be the best at washing cars. And he's the best at washing cars. You see what I'm saying? Like, or like, someone will fucking be the best at fucking mowing grass. I'll fuck with you because you're the best at mowing grass. Because you love something so much to the point where you just want to get better at it. And I feel like it's important to have relationships like that because, I don't know, it makes you more conscious of your realm and how important it is for you to be successful or be the best or strive for greatness in whatever you're doing. I don't know, guys. I just think that I'm just 20 years old. Like I'm still learning shit every single day. But on that note, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys start to evaluate some of the friendships or relationships that are around you and just digest them and understand that some people are here for now and some people are here forever, and don't hold on to anything. We all died in a grave 6 feet under. So why hold on to something for life when God or the universe or whatever you want to believe in, Allah, wants to, whatever you want to believe in, wants to bring something new into your life? Why? All right, about see y'all boys in the next one. Evans too far out.